What up, world? It's your boy Vic XL. This is Ridin Durty Radio. This is the show where we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. If it's going on in our community, in our society, then we are definitely here to give it to you first. All right, the first thing I got to do is say one time for our amazing sponsors and the people that make this show possible. One time for the good people over at WRFG 89.3 FM. Also one time for the good people over at WeBlazingHipHop.com. Also got to say one time for the 10 plus streaming sites that carry the Ridin Durty show and all our vainglorious interviews. Definitely one time for all you with all your hard work. I definitely love and appreciate the hard work you guys do as far as giving us a platform to be heard. All right, now last but not least, got to say one time for our official sponsor, the good people over the I'm So Shirt Company. All right, the I'm So Shirt Company design t-shirts with you in mind. All right, they design these shirts with you in mind. They design for you to rep who you are and for you to rep and stand for what you represent the most. Make sure you visit them at the I'm So Shirt.com. Again, that's the I'mSoShirt.com. Make sure when you visit them, you let them know Vic XL and the Ridin Durty Show sent you. Place an order and receive a discount on your very first order. All right, do that for me. They make some awesome shirts. They're custom designed shirts for you to add whatever you like to them. So please, definitely check them out and let them know you heard it from your boy. Okay, today is Sunday, May 3rd. For all those who don't know, we're inching closer to Cinco de Mayo. I'm wondering how big of a Cinco de Mayo celebration we're going to have today, but we're inching closer to Cinco de Mayo, and which is Tuesday, and we're going to see if people will be celebrating in the restaurants, especially with a lot of restaurants being open back up for people to come in and sit down and have a good meal. So we're going to see. But today is Sunday, May 3rd. Let me give you celebrity birthdays. All right. Got to start off by saying happy birthday to rapper Designer. You might know him from the song Panda. Definitely happy birthday to Designer. My man turns 23 years old today. So happy birthday to him, sir. Hopefully you're having an awesome and amazing day and creating more hits. I'm looking down my birthday list. I'm a little behind. Let me see what else I got on my birthday list. Got to say happy birthday to actor Dual Hill. He turns 45 years old today. Got to say happy birthday to reality star Miss Karen Huger. She turns 57 years old today. Got to say happy birthday to entrepreneur and music mogul Mr. Damon Dash. He turns 49 years old today. And happy birthday to Hispanic rapper Anthony Biza. He turns 27 years old today. Happy birthday to Anthony. Hola, Victor. What's going on in Mexico City? What up, B-Mo? All right, so those are some birthdays. I'm going to flip over to Facebook and see. Happy birthday to Atlanta-based artist Miss Fur. Y'all know her. She's a retiree from the Dual Show. Happy birthday to her. And last but not least, got to say happy birthday to my man, Wapo Pharrell. All right, definitely happy birthday to all these good people. I always say a great way to show a person love and support on their birthday is by checking out some of their music, some of their footage or videos. So please check out these people and tell them happy birthday and tell them you heard it was their birthday on the Ridin Durty Show. All right, today is May 3rd. For all those who don't know, today is National Lemonade Day. That's right. National Lemonade Day is the first Sunday of May and encourages the entrepreneurial spirit in young people all across the land. All right, the way to observe National Lemonade Day is, what better way for kids to learn about running a small business than starting one? For ages, children have set up small stands on the sidewalk, but now we need to take them seriously. Cash in hand, consumers come to the counter and get their lemonade by the glassful. All right, business face challenges too. So if you're a mother or father today, definitely encourage your child to open up a lemonade stand, sell lemonade out the house, whatever you choose to do. Definitely get your lemonade stand on. And hashtag National Lemonade Stand today. All right, now a lot of people hit me up. I definitely got to tell y'all, next week I will be killing the quarantine face. I'll definitely be killing that really soon. Quarantine face will be gone, but I've definitely been letting the grape pop out because I got the quarantine face. That's my thing. All right, let me switch gears. See what we got going on in hip-hop news before I bring on our guests. All right, y'all know my man R. Kelly is in jail. Well, while he's in jail, R. Kelly has officially been hit with more and some new sex trafficking charges. I'm telling y'all, man, I am telling y'all that R. Kelly, they're not going to allow R. Kelly to get up out of this thing. He is definitely going to do some time. They done hit him with more charges. All right. Also, got to say one time, my man Drake, if y'all don't know, Drake dropped an unexpected mix CD Friday called Dark Lane Demo Tapes. It also features his joint Tootsie Slide. Check that out. Drake is definitely doing his thing as one of the most historical hip-hop artists ever in the game. So one time for Drake, just dropped that new mix CD Friday. Check it out. And it did land at the top of the charts. Now, I never understood how that worked, that how we have artists now who are dropping projects and hitting the charts. But again, one time for Drake. All right? Also, speaking of Drake, if you want a chance to check out Drake, and he's revealing photos of his son, Adonis, and he's actually talking about sharing inspirational moments about his son, you can check him out on Young Money Radio. He's finally opening up about having his son on Young Money Radio. All right, and it seems like my man, entrepreneur, music exec Jimmy Henchman, has officially lost his third appeal on his life sentence for murdering 50 Cent's friend, Lodi Mack. So Jimmy Henchman will not, I repeat, Jimmy Henchman will not be getting out of jail anytime soon. All right, so I just gave y'all hip-hop news. I'll let you know today is National Lemonade Day. I also shared birthdays with you, as well as sharing our sponsors. Now it's time for me to share what I enjoy sharing the most, and that's sharing the people on the street, the people that are cultivating our culture. Whether it's through arts, entertainment, entrepreneurship, religion, however these people are making a change in our community, that's what this platform is about. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is no different than any other day on the Ridin Durty show. So welcome to the Ridin Durty platform, entrepreneur, Mr. Solomon Ali. How you doing, my G?
Wow. Thank you. Really great to be here. And celebrate all these birthdays with you. In fact, my birthday is on Cinco de Mayo Day on Tuesday.
Oh.
56. But thank you so much. I'm very glad to be on your show.
All right, the first thing I got to ask is, how will Solomon Ali be celebrating his birthday?
At home. At home.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going out yet.
All right, so now
I'm going to be with a lot of family and friends.
All right, now, before the coronavirus hit, were you a big advocate when it comes to going out on your birthday?
Oh, absolutely. I think birthdays are something that you like to celebrate and really enjoy with your family and friends and things of that nature. So you go out to a nice restaurant and kind of do it right, if not have a nice big party. So, yes, it was. But it's going to be just a little different this time.
That's all right. Now, so I got to ask, and we're going to get to your career, but I have to ask this question. As we've definitely been experiencing coronavirus on a daily basis, a lot of states are slowly opening back up. What are your feelings about that?
Wow. That's a loaded question. But for me and my people, I would pray that they would stay home and wait it out a little bit longer, especially since it's hitting us so hard. It's funny about this virus that in the very beginning when it started, it wasn't really kind of hitting us like that. But now all of a sudden we're leading the numbers of people that are dying from it. So I would please ask that all of us stay home for a little longer so that we are safe and protect our families.
All right, definitely. That's definitely very, very wise words spoken. So let's get into the story of Solomon. First, let's start off by letting the people know where you're from and what your childhood was like and a little bit about your background.
Okay, well, I'm from California. I grew up till I was about 10 years of age in a little place called East LA, 68 in San Pedro. At about 10, parents moved me to a place called West Covina. They thought it would be a nicer neighborhood and everything to grow up in. I went from a neighborhood where I didn't have to actually fight every day to a neighborhood where I had to fight almost every day because people wanted to spit on me, touch my hair, and all that kind of stuff. And, just dealing with the little things that come with kids not knowing any better when they see something that they've never seen before. So that's a little bit about me and my childhood.
Okay, now, growing up in California and moving around, how did it affect you, especially when it came to preparing you for the business world and having this entrepreneurial spirit you have?
Well, I think it made, of course, me a little bit tougher and stronger. And it made me extremely confident that no matter what setting that I was in, I knew that I could thrive and that I could exceed. And you have to believe in yourself, and you just have to do the work. And, you have to learn what it is that you're doing. So you have to be able to adapt to any situation or your environment. And so it prepared me in that way.
All right, now, growing up in your childhood spent in California, what were the next steps for you after high school?
Well, right after high school, I went into the military. I didn't want to go to school. By going to a predominantly white school, it was very unfortunate for me because my counselors, I had a 3.7, I think, GPA, and the counselors were telling me to go get a trade or to go do something else. But they weren't encouraging me to go to school at all. And so, therefore, I lacked the confidence that I would be able to do well and actually exceed. But I went into the military right after high school, and I did really well. And the military taught me a lot of great things, and I made it to the rank of a sergeant. And so it taught me how to manage people, to oversee people, how to get things done and various tasks done. So when I got out of the military, I had confidence that the school that I went to failed to actually instill in me.
Okay. All right. Now, what branch of military did you go into, and what was that experience like for you? And what did you take from your military experience that you carried on into your entrepreneurial career?
Just how to work with people, teamwork, how to manage people, that my thoughts and ideas don't always have to be the ones that we actually implement, that you collectively work as a team, and sometimes your teammates may see something a little bit different than what you would see, and we all get behind that, and let's bring it to fruition. And so that's one of the greatest things that I would believe that the military taught me.
All right, definitely. Now, after the military, what was next for Solomon Ali?
Well, what was next was I turned around, I built a maintenance company, and I built it very quickly in 6 months or so. Within a year, we were at $6 million in revenue. Turned around and sold it, and the story behind that is after football practice when I was in high school and track practice, I had to go and help my parents fix properties and things of that nature. And, all the other kids got to go kick it, hang out with their friends, and I had to go fix up these properties and clean them up, which, of course, you don't want to do that as a kid. You hated that. So when I couldn't find a job coming out of the military, that's what I ended up doing. And so I went to all these different apartment associations and joined them. I was the only black person there that joined them and told them, hey, I'll clean up your apartments up for $500 and make them ready to move in. And so that was what was next.
All right, and you turned it into a how much business before you sold it?
$6 million. We were doing $6 million in sales before we sold it.
All right. How long did it take you? How long did it take you to build that business up? And how many employees did you employ? And what would be your words of encouragement for people, especially in the cleaning field? Or what would be your words of advice?
Well, my words of advice is one, in business, period, you don't have to lie, cheat, or steal. You do have to do the work. You have to learn what it is that you need to be doing. And you have to constantly be out there networking. Look, it's 10, 12, 13 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week, constantly. And you're doing that for years. I was very blessed and fortunate to been able to build that business up as quickly as I did, because I did it within a year to those type of numbers. But, you know, the nursing homes, that was the next business, and it got so exciting with the nursing home because we ended up owning like about 13 nursing homes with over 500 employees and revenues well into the millions and over 100 million in assets. So that was exciting. And it was like, wow, you know, and a guy coming from where I come from, with no education and things of that nature, just learning it the hard way, never thought it was possible. It had exceeded my dreams.
Okay. How did you get into the nursing home business?
Well, my wife at the time had an elderly mother, and so we were looking for a place to place her. And so, you know, God makes plans and we make plans, but he laughed at ours, and we thought we would be able to place her in a nursing home, but only to find out she wasn't going to a nursing home. She was staying in her home. And so we had to work that out. But we went to all these different nursing homes, and they all smelled like urine and things of that nature, or were very poorly kept up. And I was like, wow, this is pitiful. And so I decided that I was going to go in that business, and I believed that I would be able to make a difference, things of that nature, and take care of our people and take care of the sick and things like that. Because I was like, you know, you don't want to go in there and smell urine. And people were, you know, soil and stuff like that. So that's what got me into the business.
All right, so you went from basically janitor to nursing homes. How long did it take before you flipped the nursing home business?
Oh man, it took me about 6, 7 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. And then we were into private equity. Well, wait, let me back up. Right after that, I lost everything. In 2006, I lost everything. 100 million, I'm living in an 18,000 square foot home. I couldn't pay the utility bills, gas bills, nothing, okay? And then a friend of mine, he said, hey, if you can help us raise some money, we would greatly appreciate and everything like that. And I said, look, man, I can't help you raise any money. I'm in a bad way. My mind's not there right now. He said, Solomon, just come and help us. We know you can do it and stuff. And I said, look, that's not what I want to do. And he kept calling me for about 6 months. And then after 6 months, I said, okay, I'll help you raise money. So I raised him quite a bit of money. And then I was in the private equity business. So I started my private equity company with $250 and some change. And by the end of the year, I was loaning out millions of dollars.
Oh, whoa. So did you personally think that after losing everything that you would be able to bounce back? Did you have that kind of confidence in yourself?
No, I did not, because, you know, again, as I had said before, I had exceeded a level beyond my dreams already. To reach that and to have what I had and things of that nature, I had already exceeded my dreams. The only one that thought I could do it was a gentleman by the name of Ernest DeLong, who was my attorney. And he was like, hey, and, you know, when I first met Ernest DeLong, I thought he was prejudiced. He's a white gentleman out of Georgia, and I just thought he was prejudiced. I was like, this guy doesn't even like me. But after, you know, our relationship now is about 16, 17 years. And he believed in me. He kept saying, you're going to make it. You're going to do just fine. And he believed in me so much that he would defer a lot of his bills and things of that nature while I was trying to do deals and things like that. He wouldn't actually charge me, but he would give me and my people the expertise of his law firm.
Okay, all right. So look, let's talk about, because this show's only 30 minutes, we'll run out of time because your story is so interesting. Let's talk about your endeavors now as far as private equity and trading.
Okay, well, what we do now is as private equity, we basically invest in the small and mid-sized companies. We help to restructure them. Our consulting arm helps to restructure them. We help them to do roll-ups. So to break it down just a little simple, if a company needed money, we help provide that initial equity capital into the company. If the company doesn't have the wherewithal to go to the bank and things of that nature, we either partner them with one of our companies or someone that we know so that they'll become financeable and are able to go to the bank and access more capital so that they can actually begin to roll up their industry, and then we take them public so that they automatically have an exit strategy out. So that's basically what we do, and normally it's at a really great multiple. So we take companies that may be worth, let's say, $1 million, and we make them worth 50 to 60 million.
All right. What's the smallest company you've ever taken when it comes to its net worth and diversified it and made it be worth a lot more? What's the smallest amount?
The smallest company was probably a company called Revolutionary Concepts. Revolutionary Concepts was a small publicly traded company already. We have the IP, intellectual property, that you probably know if you're familiar with a Ring doorbell camera. We own all that IP. And so we license that IP out to companies like Ring and CPI and other companies and things of that nature. And basically, when I got involved with that company, it had no revenue. It only had patents that were worth about, I don't recall how much they were worth, but it had nothing. And so we had to fund it. So we funded it with millions of dollars, build out their portfolio and everything of that nature. And so when you look at the doorbell cameras, the smart security systems and things of that nature, most of that is all our intellectual property that we license to other companies out there in the space.
Okay. All right.
That was Revolutionary Concepts. Another company, I'll be real brief, was a company called Universal Bioenergy. Universal Bioenergy was a company that had a bioenergy, warehouse and everything of that nature plant. However, it didn't have a business or operation. It just had an asset sitting there in its warehouse. And so we went out and merged it with a company called NDR Energy Group. And we took NDR and UBRG from doing roughly about 20 million to doing 70 million in sales. And so that was another company.
All right, so definitely you are, you are definitely, number one, showing people how to diversify their businesses and earn a lot more income. Tell, like, the people who might not know the differences, what are some of the differences between private equity investing and investing in public trade companies?
Well, basically, the difference in private equity is you're getting in on the early stages before normally it's actually public. That's the best way to actually say it. And investing in public companies, you're getting in after it's already public, and you're buying your shares from other shareholders versus buying it from the original owner. You know, as we speak of that, we have over 4,800 publicly traded companies. If you count all the exchanges, we have roughly 13,000 publicly traded companies. However, you only have 13 black publicly traded companies. And I'm one of the few, if only person that sat on the board and been an officer of 3 publicly traded companies at the same time and helped to raise the capital and fund them to ensure that they stayed alive. And, you know, that makes it very rare. 13 black publicly traded companies out of over 13,000. That's unique.
And that's also insane. Why do you feel like there's so few African American trading companies?
Man, it's lack of capital, lack of access to capital, and professional and people are just afraid and they don't want you there. And I don't mean to say it exactly that way if that's the wrong way and not politically correct, but listen, if your business is struggling, most businesses only have access to bank loans, things of that nature, or the equity in their home or their family and friends. That's it. When you are a publicly traded company, you have access to the capital markets. If we're not represented there, and if we don't have our companies there, that means we are not being given an opportunity to have access to capital. Okay, so we end up going out of business because we may have a better business idea. We may be willing to work harder, but if you can't access the capital, you're gone. If you can't go get the bank loan because your numbers are not showing historically that you have an upward trend and you can service that debt, you're out of business. If your family and friends can't help you with the money, you're out of business. But when you're in the capital markets and you got a publicly traded company, all of a sudden you can sell your shares and things of that nature, and people can get in and out of your business when they want to. But now you have the monies that you need to actually grow your business and keep you in business. Perfect example that I like to use is Amazon. Amazon lost money for 14 years. So if that was your company losing money for 14 years, you would have been out of business a long time ago. But because they were publicly traded and they had access to the public markets, they were able to survive and ride it out, and now look at them today. Yeah, we need more of us having publicly traded companies.
All right. One last question. And this is for the people who might be new to investing. Let's talk a little bit about the different forms of investing, mutual funds, individual investments. What do you prefer when it comes to a beginning investor or someone who's looking to, diversify their portfolio or invest a little money?
Well, the first thing I would say is
90 seconds.
Do your homework. Do your due diligence. Understand what it is that you want to invest in. Invest in something that you know, that you already got an understanding and a good feel for, so that takes your learning curve down. Second, pool your money with other people. Okay? I don't like investing per se into equity. I like loaning money out.
60 seconds.
I don't ride the stock market up and down. I'm a creditor. And then I like to have the option to be able to convert that money that I lent that public company to their equity. So at that point, it doesn't matter to me if the stock is high or if the stock is low. Because your stock could be $10, your stock could be $5. If you owe me $100,000, you owe me $100,000. Doesn't matter what the stock price is. But I'm always going to insist that I get your stock at a discount to the current market price, so that I'm always making money.
Okay. All right.
And so that's what I would say our people need to learn to do. We need to begin to start figuring out how we can be the bank and what that means.
10 seconds.
All right. Real quick, how have you been able to utilize social media to your benefit when it comes to obtaining customers and people you can actually consult or getting them involved with your business?
Most of my business is organic and word of mouth, and it's probably just because of the age that I am that I don't tap into social media like that, and haven't had the time to put a team together to really do that, because I can only take on so many projects at a time anyway. But most of mine is just pretty much word of mouth.
Okay. All right. Well, tell them about your website, because they can definitely visit your website and get more information about you.
Well, my website is SolomonRCAli.info. Again, that's SolomonRCAli.info. And, you'll see a couple of books on there and things of that nature that I have written that, no matter what it is that you're looking to do, if you're just looking to get into business and try to do something to make some money, then I probably got a book that I've written that can help you with that. I got a new book coming out soon about how to survive this economic trend and what's actually going on. And so that'll be really interesting because right now it's important. It's bad for a lot of people, but it's also a great opportunity to be picking up companies. It's a great opportunity to be investing in things right now.
All right, definitely. Well, Mr. Ali, I definitely appreciate your infinite wisdom. Please keep in contact with us when your next book drop, and I would definitely like for us to talk more because people need to know these things you're talking about. Again, before we get up out of here, let them know their website one more time. And I just had someone ask in my chat room, are you actually on Facebook? And if not, give out that website one more time so they can check it out.
The website is Solomon RC Ali .info. Again, Solomon RC Ali.info.
All right. No.
And I believe we are on Facebook. I don't know what it actually is because one of my team handle all that, and I'm really removed from that. But I'm sure they can find us if they want to find us on Facebook.
All right. Mr. Ali, I definitely appreciate your time. I appreciate the wisdom, and keep influencing and changing people's lives.
All right. Thank you so much for having me, and you guys have a blessed and wonderful Sunday.
All right. And happy early birthday.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was entrepreneur, Mr. Solomon Ali. And y'all, again, make sure y'all visit his website at solomonrcali.info. Find out how to diversify your money, how to invest, and hey man, you can become a millionaire. All right, it's your boy Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Y'all have a good evening. Yeah.